y'all. Welcome back to Moments with Miss Amy. I am so glad you joined me. So today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about making plans. Well, it's that time of year. Holidays are coming up. They're just around the corner. And I know right now that a lot of you are making plans on what you're going to do over the holidays. Making plans for what you're going to buy for that special someone or for, what you want to have in your list. But right after the holidays comes the first of the year. That's right. We are almost to 2022. And it's hard to believe, but it really is just weeks away. And so some of you are making plans about what your next year is going to look like. Maybe you're already starting to think about resolutions and making plans on how you're going to change your life after the first of the year. Well, one of the things I wanted to talk to you a little bit today was about plans. So it's the perfect time for me to share that with you. So today's scripture is Proverbs 15:22. Plans fail for lack of counsel, but with many advisors they succeed. Now, I have to admit, the first time that I read that scripture, I said, I don't exactly agree with that. I know some of you are shocked, like, what? You don't agree with scripture? Well, it's not so much that, but just the concept of with many advisors, they succeed. Sometimes we can create a plan on our own and it comes through and it works. And sometimes we can create a plan and we can get with advisors, get all this different help, and then it doesn't succeed. Right? I mean, it's like, wait a minute. Scripture says that if we do this, that it's going to succeed. And that's what I wanted to share with you. You see, I think it's important that we do have advisors. I think it's important that we have mentors and people that we can bring our plans to and share them. If it's something that is a large plan or a large goal. I mean, if you're just trying to figure out going to the grocery store, seriously, like that's not so much, But if you're making a plan of what you want your future to look like, if you're making a plan of what it is that you want to do, or something, a business that you're wanting to create, things like that, then I think it's very important that we bring in others. But we have to be careful who we bring in. You want to make sure that it's someone that you can trust. You want to make sure that who you're bringing in is someone with fruit on the tree. If you are going to someone who's never ran a business before, who's never studied about business, who has always maybe had an employee mindset and has always worked as an employee, it's going to be very hard for you to talk to them and bring your plan to them and for them to be able to give you honest, true, real feedback. So it's important that you approach people that actually have the fruit on the tree for what it is that you want to do. Now, a mentor is a great way to go. A mentor is someone that's going to be able to give you some real honest feedback. They're not generally just going to be your friend. They're going to be real with you and be straightforward with you and advise you if what it is that you're trying to take on maybe is too much for you. Or maybe you need to do a little bit more research into this area, that area, whatever. So they're great. But something else to add, and this I've never really thought about until what I'm doing now with my digital business, and that is an inspiration partner. Wow. An inspiration partner is kind of like a friend, but they also are someone who's going to help to hold you accountable, help to encourage you, and they also are working towards something positive. And I think that energy that you get when you're both creating a plan that you can talk back and forth on, share with each other, work towards common goals together. Maybe if what they're doing isn't exactly what you're doing, but you can still have some common goals in there and you can set deadlines together and give each other feedback. One of the things that my inspiration partner and I do is that we get together twice a week on Zoom where we're able to see each other and work over what it is that we're doing. And we can help each other out if there's like little areas that we need that extra boost or that extra, thought process in there. But one of the things that we do with that is we each have 3 things that we have to accomplish by the next time that we talk. I'm going to tell you, putting that deadline upon yourself to be able to make sure that before you speak to that inspiration partner, that you have those 3 things accomplished, has helped me to move ahead so much further in such a short time that I never, ever had realized the importance of before or what a benefit that it would be to me. And so having counsel, having someone else that you can run your stuff past, someone else that you can be able to speak with about what it is that you are moving towards, and be able to set an action plan that you actually begin to implement and you begin to follow and do, and you can look back and see the results of what you've done, is incredible. It gives you so much energy. And you might be thinking, well, yeah, but I've got Christmas coming up. I've got Thanksgiving before that, the new year. We've got family coming in. We've got so much going on. Work will be busy. Right now is not the right time. But I got to ask you, Kevin Dwyer, one of my mentors that I work with, he actually says this, and I love it. If not now, then when? Yeah, kind of drop the mic, right? Because if there's something that you want to have in your future, whether it's that you attain it next year, or maybe it's even going to be longer than that, maybe the plans are something that's going to take a while longer. If you don't get started, when will you get started? If you can take this time right now where it's getting busier as the holidays are ramping up, and you actually still step in and grab firm and get people you trust, write out what it is you want to achieve or do, whatever it is that you're working on, get an inspiration partner and start seeking counsel from those who are able to help you move ahead towards what it is you want to do. And if you can do this now as the holidays are coming in and as life is busier, then let me tell you what, in January, when everything kind of starts to level down a little bit, people are suddenly not really focused as much on not only their resolutions, which they made sure to set on January 1st, but hey, by January 15th, January 20th, they tell us the gyms are empty, because people all of a sudden aren't pushing themselves to be out there. But look at how far ahead you're going to be if you get started now on what it is you want. Because our future is something that we have the ability to flow one direction or another direction. And right now is the time for you to make that decision. What is it you want your next year to look like? What is it you've been dreaming about? What is it you've been thinking about changing in your life? Because now is the time. Seek counsel. Get a mentor. Get an inspiration partner. Talk with your friends and find out who else. Okay, let's just take weight for an example, okay? Let's say that your plan is after the holidays, then you're going to exercise more. You're going to eat healthier. And your goal is for 2022 that you want to lose 10 pounds. But you're going to wait until after the first of the year before you start because there's so much good food. Yeah, but here's the thing. Why can't you get that inspiration partner who also wants to lose weight and start maybe doing something fun while you guys are out Christmas shopping? Intentionally park the farthest away. And then, unless you live in an area where, it's super icy and all that kind of stuff, make sure that as you're walking up, that maybe you do some fun things. Maybe jog a little bit of that. Maybe dance as you're waiting in line. Burn off a little bit of those calories. You can still turn around and eat that amazing turkey dinner, but when you're doing it, increase your water. Make sure that you're starting to implement the things that are going to take you into next year in a much better frame of mind. You may or may not lose any weight between now and January. Who cares? The process has begun of making sure that you're intentionally starting to bring in some positive things into your life, starting to change some things, and working with someone else, beginning that process of figuring out what you can start changing now, how you can start implementing positive changes in your life, and how you can set up a goal for success, an action plan, so that once things change from the holidays into January, you're not sitting there with the holiday doldrums from all you ate, and now you still have to create a plan. Because honestly, you probably won't stick to it. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just being real, y'all. It's important that you create a plan, because your plan will fail if you don't. It has no chance of going if you just expect it to happen. And you all know me. You know where I'm at about writing things out. You know I forever got my little notepad. I'm always working on things. So that's the other thing I'm going to remind you. Set a date. Give it a deadline. Plan out what it is you want, where you want to go, and how you want it to happen. It just takes a few minutes to get a skeleton of what it is you want, and then you can work at filling it in. If it's a new business, if it's a college degree, whatever it is you're looking at doing in 2022, take the time now to start preparing for it. Start planning to succeed. So leave me a comment. Let me know what it is you're going to do in 2022. And if you have any questions about Inspiration Partners, mentors, how to get help on starting this action plan, y'all, my email is right up in the About section. So please don't hesitate. Shoot me an email. I would love to help you out. So I want to ask you, if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you do that too. Don't forget to hit that little bell. And I want to thank you again for joining me for Moments with Miss Amy.